Well, hello all, and as most of you may know, Sarah recently went on Have a Seat with Chris Hansen, and a lot of the interview was her rehashing things that she had previously mentioned, but one new thing that was added was that she alleged that some of the sexual activity happened while one of Onision and Kai's children were in the bed, and that of course caused a lot of responses from the people in the audience. She also stated that she wasn't sure if she would be able to bring a criminal case, but if she was able to, then she would pursue that. But as far as a civil suit, she's not sure that she's mentally able to do that right now. It didn't appear like it was 100% off the table, but she did appear very uncomfortable with the idea of having to rehash everything in court and having to face them. She also released a short clip on Twitter that is an alleged outtake of the day that she made the video in defense of Onision and Kai, and in this clip she seems very distressed, and it seems very much like she is trying to talk herself into being able to make the video.
Get it together, God. I fucking hate that I have to do this.
Onision then went on to make a video basically trying to discredit all of his exes and former people in his life, and the video was supposed to be part 1 of 2, but he ended up canceling part 2, again claiming that he was focusing too much on the negative and wanted to focus on positive and making fun videos for his patrons and subscribers. The first thing that he mentions in part 1 is Alicia, Sky's sister, and people claiming that he has pictures of her saved on his computer. He states that that is a lie. None of the pictures are saved. They are easily Googled, so anybody can find them. And that may be true. Maybe he does not have them saved, but I think that that is a way to just skirt around the real issue. And that is the fact that whether or not they are saved on the computer, there are multiple accounts of different people alleging that they have seen these pictures via Onision, as well as alleged accounts of Onision himself admitting that he used these pictures recreationally, which I would point out that even in this video, that is not a claim that is being denied currently. He then goes on to say that he won't talk about certain people because of legal agreements that he has made, and how it's a shame that some people don't adhere to legal agreements, and if somebody is talking about something that they have signed a document stating that they won't discuss, then they can't be a trustworthy person, and also throwing in there that if you break an NDA or a legal agreement, you could be sued. He then goes on to state that he can't believe that Kai is being brought into this issue because of how awesome of a person that Kai is. And he then goes on to restate all of the reasons that he broke up with Billy and Shiloh: lying, cheating, drug use, etc. And he states that Shiloh still owes him money and shows emails of her allegedly stating that she is going to pay him back the money that he paid her when she was in Canada, and then goes on to show some of the things that Sarah did and how they were illegal, like whenever she said that she used cocaine and that she sold her prescriptions. And I think this is where logic is being twisted the most. It appears that Onision is trying to say that because any of these people have done bad things in the past that they are untrustworthy and their stories can't be trusted, but he admittedly has done bad things in the past, so by his own logic then his stories can't also be trusted. This is also what I believe to be a false logic. A person that has done something bad can also be a person that is currently telling the truth, and vice versa. You can't necessarily point to one thing in a person's past and say, well, they did this, so anything that they say beyond this is not true or can't be trusted, because at any point a person could be lying or telling the truth. In the same turn, anybody could have made a bad decision in their past, and that doesn't inherently make them a complete and total liar for the rest of their life. That's not to say that you should outright believe everything that everybody says, but it also means that you shouldn't outright discredit everything that somebody says. For instance, you could have tried an illegal substance or sold a prescription or lied to make a video backing somebody that you cared about at the time, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the things that you're saying now are untrue. Just the same as you could have exposed somebody and made a really crappy video about them and done some really shady things in the past, but it doesn't necessarily mean that the things that you are now saying are untrue. This is very much like wanting people to to believe a line of logic when it suits you, but wanting them to disregard that line of logic whenever it is flipped in reverse. And it is interesting to me that Onision is willing to show private messages between him and seemingly everybody else except for Sarah, all the while claiming that he has private messages that could show things from another point of view, but he states that he is not going to show any of these messages because he is taking the high road in this situation. But if he had evidence to contradict the story that's being told, then why wouldn't he show it? He has placed himself in a very convenient situation by stating, oh, when I show evidence, everybody attacks me, and now I'm trying to do the opposite and everybody is still attacking me, so it doesn't matter. But with these allegations being more serious than ones that I've seen in the past, if it were me, I would just show the evidence, but again, that's just me. He then goes on to discuss the claims of him being controlling by stating that he is in no way controlling in real life, but there are alleged claims from Shiloh stating that she was only allowed to wear certain things and eat certain things, and also the fact that he allegedly told Billy that she wasn't allowed to associate with her family and or do certain drugs. And yes, he could claim the fact that he didn't want her to do anything illegal in the house, but you can draw from that what you will. He then goes on to justify the claims that he is manipulative by stating that everybody is manipulative, and giving examples of people talking about politics and saying that when they're of a certain mindset, then of course they will try to sway another person to think the way that they do. But I mean, come on, that's not what anybody is talking about here. He then addresses the false copyright claims by not addressing them at all. He simply brings up the controversy revolving around Madam and states that the people that are complaining about copyright aren't serious at all. Onision also mentions the fact that allegedly Shiloh is now calling Kai a predator on the internet, and he states that he is confused by this because he shows old messages between Shiloh and Kai to where Shiloh is trying to warn Kai to not be in a relationship with Onision, and to him that translates into people could not turn Kai to their side, so now they are calling him a predator. And again, to me that seems like false logic. There are many documented cases of people being victim turned into predator, and it's not 100% me saying that that is what has happened here. I am just simply saying that there are multiple documented cases where that has been the case. But that is pretty much where that video ends, and I think I'm going to end this video here. If you have any opinion on this subject, you can leave it in the comment section. I am of course going to be making more videos on the subject, so if you would like to, you can go ahead and sub, and that would be awesome. Onision did come out with a statement recently on Twitter, and I will be addressing that in a future video, but this video is getting a little long, so I'm gonna cut it off here. There will be more videos to come, but I am tired, so for now, I'm out.